Hello, children. Children, do you know what is a pitcher? Yes, it is a container for holding and pouring liquids and usually has a spout and a handle. It is more like a jug. Today, I, Kahaniwali Nani, am going to tell you a story of a golden pitcher. The story is The Golden Pitcher. This is a story of long ago. There was an emperor of Mongolia. Children, do you know where Mongolia is? Yes, it is a country between China and Russia in the Asian continent. This emperor was very much concerned about his looks. Whenever he would come across a mirror, he would stand and look into it and admire himself. He had a team of young advisors to let him rule this country. One day, as usual, the emperor was standing in front of a mirror in his room. He was puzzled. Today there was something else in his hair besides the black hair. Oh, what is this in my hair? He began looking at it again and again and thinking, oh, what is this on my head? And he was shocked. He immediately summoned for his chief advisor. The advisor came running, worried as he was able. He was asked to come and see the emperor immediately, urgently. Your Majesty, what's the matter? Any problem, sir? He asked. The emperor replied, yes, a very big problem. I have got a mouse hair on my head. The advisor was surprised. A mouse hair on your head? And he took a close look at the emperor's hair and said, Your Majesty, this is nothing, no mouse hair. Instead, it is a grey hair. What? A grey hair? I don't understand this, the emperor said. Your Majesty, you just have a grey hair, which people often get when they get older. You will see more and more of them whenever you look into the mirror. What? More and more of them? I do not like seeing grey hairs, the emperor said, looking worried and sad. He did not like this at all. And children, to solve this problem of grey hair, he decided what? Do you know? Yes, to stop looking into the mirror. So, mirrors are a big problem, he thought, and said to his advisor, pass an order that all the mirrors throughout the country be destroyed. It sounded a silly order to the advisor, but as it was the emperor's order, everyone he had to convey it to everyone. And so the next day, what could be heard throughout the country? Yes, smashing of the mirrors. Now the emperor was happy and soon he forgot about the grey hair. And one day, while he was riding along with his advisors, he saw an old man with a white hair and a long white beard. Seeing this old man, his white hair and beard, the emperor was upset. I don't want to see any grey hairs, and that is why I broke all the mirrors. But this is not enough. I should do something else so that I will never come across grey hairs. And the emperor, he asked his advisor to pass another order that all the men with grey hairs should leave the country, otherwise ready to be punished. Now the emperor was sure that his problem had been solved. In his country, there was a clever young woman who lived with her grandfather near the mountains. She loved him very much and did not want her grandfather to leave the country in spite of his grey hair. She thought of a plan. She hid her grandfather in a cave in the mountains. Every day she would go to meet him, and with her she would carry some food and water for him. One day, a strong wind began blowing across the country. A thunderstorm was soon approaching. This strong wind caused havoc, uprooted trees, destroyed houses and buildings. It blew everything which came in its way, even in the emperor's palace. And when the storm calmed down, the emperor asked his men to search and recover all his things. Yes, they found everything except one thing, a golden pitcher. Now, this golden pitcher was given to the emperor by his grandfather and he valued it very much. The emperor said, "Here, go and search everywhere for this pitcher. It is very valuable for me." And when they couldn't find it, the emperor got angry and himself went searching for it. Yes, he found it. Where? In a pond in a royal garden. When he peeped into the water, he could see it lying down at the bottom of the pond. Immediately he called the divers and they swam in the pond to get the pitcher out. They were unable to recover it. Now the emperor got angry and said, "You foolish people, you can't do such a simple job. I will go and get it." And he dived in the pond, and when we reached near the pitcher, he put his hand to take it out. But what happened? It vanished. He tried again and again, but failed to pick it up. Became breathless and came up. Oh, certainly some powerful magic is at work. But he wanted it back, and again his advisers announced as his orders. Whoever shall bring the emperor's golden pitcher from the bottom of the pond shall be granted what he or she wishes. Now, this young woman heard about this and thought that if she could find the golden pitcher, she would ask the emperor to let her grandfather come back. She went to the cave and told her grandfather the whole story. He thought for a moment and then smiled and told her his plan. Now, this young lady came to the emperor and told him, "Your Majesty, I will get the pitcher out for you." The emperor thought and laughed that all the wise men and me myself couldn't get it out, and how can this lady do? But yet he decided to give her a chance. Now, when the young lady came near the pond, did she dive into the pond to get the pitcher? No. Instead, what did she do? She began climbing on a tree near the pond, and soon on the tree she found the golden pitcher. Actually, everyone had seen the reflection of the pitcher in the pond. The emperor was very, very happy to get it back. He said, "Very clever, very intelligent young lady. What wish do you want to be granted?" And the young lady said, "I wish all the grey haired people to come back and live with us." And now the emperor had no other option, so he granted her request. And when she told it was her grandfather's idea, he learned to see things as they really are instead of laying stress on appearances. Now he realized his mistake and began respecting all elders. The emperor himself lived to be a wise old emperor with lots of grey hair on his head. So, children, do you realize how elders are wise and can solve problems easily and wisely? So, always respect them. And, children, how did you like this story? The Golden Pitcher? And to hear more such interesting stories, subscribe to my YouTube channel www.youtube.com/Kahaniwali Nani and press the bell icon so that you never miss a new story from me. If you like the story, press the like button and can send your comments too. You can also share the story with your friend by clicking on the share button. And we'll meet you again next week with a new story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.